Hi, Richard.
Okay, but of course you're never on live. You just have your picture on.
Yeah, that's because of the camera.
You are like those Muslim Arabic girls who cover themselves up.
Yeah.
So here comes Albina. How's come I can't? Oh, there I see her down there at the bottom. Hello, Albina.
Yeah, hi.
There's one. I have to tell you that this happens to be my favorite. Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, look at all of these people coming.
Yeah.
No, but I say, okay. But how's come this voice is lagging?
No, it's not lagging. It's okay. I hear you well.
Okay, how's come I'm hearing this, what we talked about a while ago?
Yeah, you can just close the tab right next to it. Close the website, Amilingo website. Don't close this tab, but close the Amilingo website, please.
Okay, what do I close now?
Yeah, the tab that is next to one that you are in.
Do I click stop broadcast?
No. Just close the one that is on the left side of the tab.
Oh, this is crazy.
Yeah, 1 minute.
And Mikhail, may you send the link?
The link for what?
The link of preposition.
Oh, okay.
No, okay. Which website? Which tab do you want me to close? Oh.
You should close the site from Amilingo, not the site which we are. Close all what you have now except Google Hangouts.
Нету Ричарда.
No, Richard, it's okay. You may start, I think.
Ричард, да, немного ушел с срока, сейчас он будет вернуться.
Мы послушаем как раз, как Евгений звонит по скайпу кому-то.
Уже не послушаем. Ну, смотрю, где-то светло еще.
So, I think everybody click on the link which Mikhail sent, yeah? The preposition.
It's a file of which Richard sent to us for our lesson. You can open it.
Albina, can you teach instead Richard?
Альбина is frozen. Так, а что там за тема вообще? Кто знает как раз. Предложили сейчас. Интересно.
Я думаю, что лучше, чем Ричард, нас никто не научит. Он носитель. Может, у Ричарда видно то ли с микрофоном, то ли с что-то у него случилось. Да. Ну, я подожду.
So maybe I have joined the class.
Yeah. Now we can hear you.
Maybe I have joined the class. This is very interesting. And the thing of it is that learning to use this thing may be a lot more complicated than learning English. Do you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize because I should have been practicing how to use this system. And, you know, this is the first time that I have used it. I've been teaching on Skype now for several years, and I've never had a problem. But anyway, this is set up a whole lot different. And Albina is a very, very close friend of mine. She was a student of mine. And I think I'd be very careful now what I start clicking, because I closed a tab and lost all of you a while ago. I'm sure that you were impressed, right?
Yeah, a bit. But it's okay. It's not difficult. This system is not difficult. Don't worry.
About our term, speaking about our term, I prepare the document. It's a file with the document about preposition.
Prepositions. Anyway.
Yeah. Look, Richard, in the right navigation chat. The link. Click on the link.
On what?
You see the link on the left side.
On the right side. On the right side.
Oh, right side. Excuse me, right side.
And what does this link say?
It's a preposition. Your file about preposition.
I see, but it
Yeah.
doesn't. Yes. And you want me to click on link underneath prepositions?
Yes, and everybody has the document too. Or everybody who here now.
Okay, so they have it now.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
All of us.
So maybe I should open it myself. Would that be a good idea?
Yeah, you just go through the link.
Well, I can put it on my screen here. But anyway, I don't have to see myself. I get quite enough of that in the morning when I get up. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, everybody.
Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I have been teaching English now for several years, and I have learned to speak slowly and plainly. And the reason I wanted to talk about prepositions today, how many of you know what a preposition is? No one?
No, Richard, you may use name of someone which your question to.
No, I asked anyone who wants to respond. Do you all know what a preposition is?
Yeah, I know that there are preposition of place, for example, preposition of time, and so on, but I don't use them properly.
Well, a preposition is a word
Yeah, yeah, sure.
that connects its object to the rest of the sentence. A preposition always has an object. The book is on the table. The table is the object. On is the preposition. That's the preposition of place. And the reason I wanted to talk about prepositions today is because they're one part of our 8 parts of speech. Do you all know the 8 parts of speech? Nouns, verbs,
Verbs.
adverbs, adjectives, pronouns, conjunctions, prepositions, interjections. My point is that if you are in my classes, you will have to learn grammar, because I insist that if you do not know grammar, you will never speak the language. You may talk, and some people may understand what you're saying, but you'll never be able to write or speak the language properly if you do not know grammar. So prepositions are really an extremely important part of the grammatical makeup of English sentences. Next week we're going to talk about sentence structure. We will diagram sentences. How many of you know what the basic sentence has to have in order to be a sentence in English? All of you?
No.
An English sentence, in order to be a sentence, in order to be a clause, has to have a subject, it has to have a verb, and it can have an object, but it has to have a subject and a verb. For example, John reads. John is the subject, and reads is the verb, right? Then if we have an object, John reads books. Books would be the direct object of that sentence. So we will learn these things. I can tell that most all of you speak some English. I've heard you. I know that Albina speaks a lot of English because she's been studying now for quite a long time. But what I like to do in my teaching is I like to start with the structure of a simple sentence. John reads books. Let's add something to that. John reads books in the daytime. Well, I explained a little bit more about John reading books, didn't I? And guess what in is? It's a preposition, isn't it? And the daytime is a noun. So it's the object of that preposition. See how easy that was? John reads books in the daytime. The rabbit jumped upon the table. The rabbit jumped. That is a legitimate, grammatically correct sentence. Jumped is a past tense, isn't it? The rabbit jumped. It means that it has already jumped. It did that sometime in the past. I don't want to get too deep, but jumped is a past participle. How many of you know what a participle is?
Not really.
Not many. See what I... Okay, the reason I'm doing this, I certainly will never do anything to embarrass you, because that's the last thing that I would ever expect you to be embarrassed for anything I tell you, because I realize that we're learning English. If you were English professors, of course I would expect you to be able to answer that, but you're not. You're learning the language. Can you still see me?
Yes.
I see something's happening here. I don't know. It's the video. But, okay, let's take that. The rabbit jumped is a legitimate, grammatically correct English sentence. The rabbit jumped. The is the article. You all know what an article is? Yes?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. We have three of them, don't we? A, an, and the. The is a definite article. A and an are indefinite articles. In other words, they can refer to anything. Take an apple from the basket would mean you can take any apple you want out of the basket. But if I said, take the apple with the wormhole, then it would be a definite article.
Uh-huh.
So see, I don't want to just go so fast that you won't remember any of this. So if you want to take notes and if you want to ask questions, I encourage you to do that. But I thought today would be a good day to just in general talk about the English language and what makes grammar in English. And that's what we're doing. So there's the basic grammatically correct sentence. It has a subject, a verb, and can have an object. The rabbit jumped up on the table. Well, guess what upon is? It's a preposition, isn't it? Because the preposition table is the object of that preposition, and jumped tells us where the rabbit jumped. It explains in detail what this rabbit did. And that is another reason that I'm telling you these things, is to show you the importance of prepositions. Now,
Richard, excuse me. I will interrupt you a bit. Could you tell me, is it right to say the rabbit jumped on the table or upon the table?
Either one. Either one. On the table is also correct.
Also correct, okay.
Yes. Yes, it's also correct. The rabbit jumped on the table. The rabbit jumped up on the table. Actually, it probably details it in a little more, or explains it in a little more detail, but chances are the rabbit jumped up on the table. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the subtleties. Do you all understand what a subtle statement is? It doesn't have a real definite meaning, but it has a subtle meaning that indicates which is correct and which isn't. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down this list, this file, which you all have access to, I understand, and it's called Prepositional Phrases. And I made this myself. I put a lot of stuff on it so that you can study it, and you will see how extremely important prepositions are in describing and explaining in detail what you are speaking about. Prepositional phrases. I'm just going to go down the list to show you how many there are. Abaft. Abaft is a nautical term. Some of these I will have to explain to you, but I don't think I will take the time now. I will expect you to ask me the meanings if you don't know the meaning to some of these later. Of course, you all know that is an article. Abaft, abeam. Now remember, these are all prepositions. Aboard, about, above, absent, across, afore, after, against, along, alongside, amid, amidst, among, amongst. Here we have American English, British English. On, apropos, apud, aground, that's another nautical term. As, aside, astride, at, athwart, atop, barring, before, behind, below. I'm not going to bore you with all of these. Beneath, besides, I'm going to skip a bunch. Concerning, despite, down, during, excluding, midst, opposite, outside, pace, regarding, toward, until. Now let's get down and get into the two-word prepositions. I didn't read them all. We would be here for a week. You will have the file. Some prepositions have more than one word. According to. I would use that in a sentence such as this. The world is round, according to the geographer. See? The world is round, according to the geographer. In other words, the guy who draws the maps. Albina is ahead of the rest in people in her class. Albina is ahead of the others in her class. See, it tells you what her position is. Apart from, as for, as per, aside from. All of these, you will learn to use them. And they are very, very important in the usage of English. Inside of, instead of, left of, out from, outside of, owing to. All of these, there are hundreds of them. Now let's go to 3 words. As far as I am concerned, English is a wonderful language to speak. See how I use that? As far as, that's a preposition. I am the object of that preposition. I am a noun. I am a pronoun. As
Richard.
far, yes.
Did you? Are you reading now from the which files? From the file.
The same one, that same file. It has all.
We don't have it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very large file. I prepared it for today. I'm just going down. I'm going down the list.
And what is about the exercise?
Pardon?
Exercises. So.
Oh, exercise. No, we haven't come to exercises yet. I don't have any exercises for this lesson. It's explained. The file is explained. It's giving you all prepositions. It's giving you single word, 2 word, 3 words, and then we're going to come to prepositional phrases. But to give you an outline of what prepositions can and do include. Okay?
Yeah, and are we going to practice those prepositions today?
Well, probably if we have time, at the end we will all make a sentence and use a preposition.
Okay.
I think that would be a great idea. So let's go down. All right. Let's see in general what they include. Let's go, because now we are getting to a preposition that has an article. Article, remember, is a the, a, and. It has a noun and then a preposition. It says, okay, let's, at the behest of, that doesn't have a preposition. Preposition, noun and preposition. At the behest of, by means of. See, that is a preposition, then it is an article, means, and then of. By virtue of. See, by and of are both prepositions. So we have that combination of preposition, noun, and preposition. By virtue of. Virtue is a noun. The sake is a noun. In accordance with. In addition to. See, they are using a preposition in, then a noun, addition is a noun, and to is a preposition. So let's go on down to the next group. Okay, preposition like modifiers, apart from, except, plus. Post prepositions. Post means afterwards. Post preposition. It means something that happened after. Okay, ago. 3 years ago, I drove a submarine. I didn't, but I had to say something. 3 years ago, I drove a submarine. You see that I was after ago. I is a pronoun. I is the object. Apart, that is a post preposition. Aside, away, hence, notwithstanding, those are all post prepositions. You see, you're beginning to see how extremely important these prepositions are, because what they allow us to do with the English sentence is to explain what we're talking about in the predicate, what we're talking about, the details of it. I could say, I drive. I drive. That is a legitimate, grammatically correct sentence because I is a subject, it's a pronoun, and drive is an object. But it didn't tell you much, does it? Doesn't really tell you much. I drive an automobile. That's better. Then what if I said, I drive an automobile on the highway? See how much better it's getting? See how much more detail I'm describing to you just by adding those prepositions. See? Okay, prepositional phrases. These are really cool. A prepositional phrase is almost a sentence in itself. The work was completed in a few days. In a few days. That is a phrase. In a few days. In a few days. She wrote the essay in 20 minutes. These are phrases. They're not a clause because they don't have a subject and a verb. A phrase is not a clause. A prepositional phrase can be a post modifier. In other words, it can modify something that happened afterwards. Listen, her son is that boy in the red shirt. In other words, when it says it's a post modify, it comes after the first clause. Her son is that boy. Doesn't make a lot of sense, does it, without the preposition? Her son is that boy in the red shirt. If I said, the boy in the red shirt is her son, would say the same thing, wouldn't it? See how you can change it? Later on in the course, later on as we take our lessons, we will learn to punctuate these, whether they come before or after, whether it's an essential or a non-essential clause. All of these things will fit together in your grammar, and the first thing you know, you will be so happy that you know English grammar. Okay, let's go down further in the file. Except, past with a T, and past with an ED. The P-A-S-S-E-D is a past participle of the verb to pass. To pass. But past and past, I know that it's difficult to hear the difference, but it is past noon. It's afternoon, in other words. I passed my examination. You see, there are two different verbs, totally different verbs. Accept and to accept. Accept is not a verb. Accept, expect, and accept. See, these words are often confused. So I won't go into the detail here because I think one of you had a great idea that we need to take turns and see if we can use a preposition in a simple sentence today, each one of you. So you need to read this file and see the difference between accept, to expect, and to accept. I like fish except for swordfish. See what I did? I used accept. Accept is eliminating swordfish. I accept, in other words, I take all kinds of fish except swordfish. See those two words, accept and accept, accept and accept. Can you tell the difference, the way I say it?
Richard, we don't have the file.
Oh, you don't? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and we can only listen you. Yeah, okay. We have another about the preposition of place. Maybe if you will describe from this document,
okay.
It will be. Yeah, look. I will.
Okay, we'd like to find it, sweetheart.
Yeah. Here. Look, in the chart I sent the link.
Okay, where is it? How do I see it?
Can we try to use the preposition with the sentence in the file? Maybe we can try to use it and
okay.
like examination.
Okay. Let me find this one that.
Richard, the file is in right side.
Yeah, on the right side of the screen in the chat, you see Albina sent you the link.
Okay, I'm on the right side, but I see down at the bottom.
No, just on the right side. I will send it to you again. 1 minute.
Evgenia, please send by Skype on Skype.
No, I sent. Okay.
Okay, she sent it to me on Skype. No, wait a minute. Where is it?
I sent it to you.
Okay, we got. Okay, where is it now?
Is it your file preposition of place? And I find.
I know, but I need to open it. Where is it? I remember the file, but I don't.
Yeah, and I find it very nice to.
Yeah. Okay. Where is it, Kat or Albina?
What? Excuse me.
Where is it?
I sent it to you by Skype.
By Skype?
Yeah. Just
Evgenia.
And you can see the chat, and in the chat I sent it to you. The last link that I sent you is the file that you need.
Oh, okay, I have it now. So does everybody have it?
Yes.
Yes, I have.
Okay, good. Okay, this is a file that I sent to. Well, I don't see you now, but I don't know what happened to my view of the students. I don't see anybody.
We hear you. Maybe when we read the file, you cannot see us. It's okay.
Okay.
У вас он тоже завис?
Да. Да, сегодня что-то с интернетом непонятное.
А мы сейчас будем заниматься по файлу, который вы в Hangouts в чате скинули?
Да.
Этот
Этот файл там, где начинается с такой с prepositions of place 1.
Ясно, да. Картинки еще.
Да. Сейчас, если Ричард подсоединится, потому что видно с интернетом не то.
Ну, конечно, в Америке человек находится, что ты хочешь. Далеко.
Ну да.
Мы, наверное, это самое сделаем попроще. Вернем эти самые билетики, потому что тут это первый раз. Да, Жень?
Да. Я думаю, что вернем билеты всем, кто сегодня был на уроке, вернем билеты, поскольку это первый раз у Ричарда уроки, он еще не до конца, наверное, разобрался, поэтому следующий урок должен быть лучше. Вот. Давайте Ричарда подождем. Должен вернуться.
What has happened?
Richard is not online for some reason. Maybe I don't know why. Maybe send him the link to Google Plus, Google Hangouts directly.
Sure.
Maybe he didn't pay for the internet.
No, they don't have.
Arshin, where are you from?
I'm from Kazakhstan, Almaty.
Okay.
And where are you from?
I'm from Kiev.
It's pretty far.
From Ukraine. What's the weather like in Almaty now?
It's cloudy, about 26 degrees.
But what is it the usual weather for this season?
The usual weather is sunny and 30 degrees. Very hot.
Okay. I hope that Richard will come back soon.
Evgeny, try to explain the preposition for us. Maybe you know it well, and maybe we try
I don't know. Actually, I don't know the prepositions good, but we can try. Do you have the document open?
Yes.
У всех открыт, да, документ?
Yes, yes.
Давайте начнем читать. Прям справимся без Ричарда. Если Ричард присоединится, будет Ричард с нами, он начнет уже вести урок. А давайте пока начнем с Оксаны. Оксана, первое предложение. Читай.
Ну тут есть ответ же, да? They went to the party.
Второго, где нет.
Да, давайте, да, первый и второй давайте сразу же.
The plates are on the table.
On the table, окей.
On the table, да.
Да, Аршин, следующее. Аршин или Аршин, как правильно?
Аршин.
Аршин, да? Аршин.
На
Третье предложение.
He walked to the park.
Окей. Калашник, а как вас зовут?
Дима, Дмитрий.
Да, Дмитрий. Давайте.
I'm driving home from the bank.
Окей, правильно. Пятое предложение, Сергей.
Evgeny, try to speak English. What is the Russian word?
Сергей, your sentence is fifth.
Yes, okay. Keep the dog in the furniture.
Keep the dog?
In the furniture.
No, this is not right. No. Keep the dog off the furniture. Keep off, это значит держите подальше, да? То есть, ну, чтобы, наверное, не грызло. Keep off. Okay, Richard is back.
He's back, and that was very good because that is a preposition, isn't it? Keep the dog off of the furniture. Anyway, I'm sorry, but you know, I either need to learn the difference and what's going on with this software or forget the whole thing. But I don't know where you are in this file.
The first exercise and on the first page and the fifth sentence.
But you're doing the exercises, okay? He walked.
Yes,
I am driving. Okay, I see. Okay, keep the dog off the furniture. Okay, so what are you doing? Are you taking turns at these?
George,
who tried to?
Yes, we are.
So, okay, you take in turn, each one of you take one of the exercise questions. Who took the last one? Keep the dog off the furniture.
Дмитрий.
Yes.
Who answered to question? I don't know.
Well, number 6, the people are.
It's a question for Dmitry.
For who?
The people.
Yeah. Dmitry.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
The people are at the party.
That's right. Because, and let me explain why. In is more definite. It's used more definite. At is a general reference. Get the idea? Mm-hmm. Someone calls you and you say, I am at school. In the classroom. See the difference?
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't say, I am in school at the classroom. You would say, I am at school. That's generally where you are. But there's no rule here. That's the thing about this. There's really no written rule. It's just one of those things you sort of have to learn from your mother. I am at school in the classroom. Let's take another example. I am on the train, which is relatively the same thing, see? On is a general location. In the sleeping car. See? I am on the train in the sleeping car. I am on the bus in the front seat. Okay, let's go. Next one, 7.
I'm okay.
Number 7.
Josh is sitting in a chair.
Perfect. In a chair. We set in a chair, yes, as long as it has arms on it. Ha, 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 ha. What if you're sitting on the kitchen chair that has no arms? See these? Let me show you something. Look at the picture up above. I don't care whether this explains that or not.
In armchair.
Look at the picture up above, and you see that the little boy is sitting in a rocking chair. Do you know what a rocking chair is when it rocks? See? Yes. Then look at the people sitting around the table on straight back chairs. The other picture. See the difference? We say if the chair has arms on it, you set in it. If it doesn't, you set on it. Got it?
Yeah.
We set on a stool. We cannot set in a stool. We set on it. So there's the difference. You set in a chair with arms. You set on a chair without arms. Okay? Okay. Mary is sitting.
Sandra, try. Richard, try to.
Richard, ask one by one. There are names. If you will move your mouse on the user, you will see the name of the user.
Oh, Osana.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary is sitting near John.
Perfect. Near John. You would not be sitting at John. You could say Mary is sitting at John's location. But since the sentence didn't include location, we can't use that. Near John. They're all prepositions, of course. Okay, that's good. See, I'm learning. I'm learning. Okay, so the next one goes to. Okay, I don't get the. Okay. But it's the name is not in English, so I can't read it. I don't know.
What's the first letter?
Okay, it's A-R something. I mean the P. I know P is R.
Arshin.
Arshin? Okay. Okay, so the man is sitting
beside the woman.
Perfect. Perfect. Beside the woman. Number 10. Okay, K-A-L, what's that name?
Dmitry. Dmitry. My name is Dmitry.
But I love you. I'm sorry I can't read your name, but I love you.
Okay. Their feet are under the table.
You got it. Their feet are under the table. Why did they use are instead of is? Anybody know?
Because feet is plural.
Oh, good answer. That's what I was looking for. And that's what I will be doing to you all the time you know me. I will always be asking you these things. Okay. The guests are sitting at the table. I answered the next one, didn't I? The guests are sitting at the table. 11. So I did that one. Number 12. Who gets that one?
I am.
Albina. Is that you?
Yeah.
I see
I will read the 12.
Okay.
The dog is lying at the floor. At the floor.
Oh, really? Albina, you know how much I love you and how long we've been, but you are wrong. And if I was there, I would have to spank you.
Yeah, it's on.
On, of course it's on. He's on the floor, honey. How could he be at the floor?
Okay.
Okay, so who is next? Okay, direction. Use the picture.
I know that Alexander tried to make the two next sentence.
The two next, where we're going.
Very, very important.
Where is it? But 12 is last.
On the next exercise, okay.
No. You mean the next picture.
Next page.
Next page.
Yeah, next place. It says the cat is by the towel. That's an example.
Where's the picture or bathroom?
But, okay, look at that picture, everybody. I don't agree with it. And this is why. It's sort of, well, because the cat is sort of by the towel, but from where I am, the cat is under the towel. See? Look, see, the towel is hanging above, which is also a preposition. The towel is hanging above the cat. Okay, so Whose turn is number 2 here?
Me.
Okay, me.
The toilet is toilet is near no, next to the sink.
You are exactly right. Next to the sink. But you're all seeing how important these prepositions are. Okay? I have to see who's next.
Okay. Alexander, try to do 2 sentences.
Okay. The shampoo is among the conditioner.
Beside.
Beside.
Shampoo.
I think
too, beside.
Well, beside is what they're looking for here. But among, you see, would be a general relationship. You understand the difference? What I'm doing here is I'm trying to get you to understand the difference between something that is general and something that is more definite. Do you understand the term general?
Yes.
You want me to explain it? But general means the overall thing. You know, the whole picture, general. Generally speaking, everybody likes ice cream. See? Generally speaking, or everybody likes ice cream. But more specifically, women like chocolate. But you know what I'm saying, it's not general. So, okay, the shampoo is among those other things because it's among all of the things in that medicine cabinet. But it is, in more detail, it is beside the conditioner. Okay, next one, 4. Who do I have there? I'm running out of room here.
Mikhail.
Okay, the 3rd, yes?
Yeah.
No, 3rd, 4th. The soap is...
the soap.
The soap
Oh.
is... the soap is among the... you hear me?
I hear you, yeah. The soap, well, I'm trying to decide which one I like best. The soap is among the things on the shelf. It cannot be right. And here's why.
Why?
Because there's more than one shelf.
Mm-hmm.
See? If that were the case, it would have to say the soap is among the things on the shelves, plural, because there are more than one shelf. Now, wait, I want to see if this is... No. So I won't answer. Our class is more important. Okay, you get the idea? The soap is, where is it? It is below.
The soap is above. Okay,
Yeah.
the next one I will read, okay?
Okay.
5. The books are the books are above the soap.
You got it. You got it. They are above. Okay, the toilet paper. Who is next? Alexander.
Paper. The toilet paper is beside the toilet.
It sure is. It is beside the toilet. See, it's directly beside the toilet. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. The toilet cleaner. Who is next? So we have...
Maybe Ashen.
Oh, the toilet cleaner is behind the toilet?
The toilet paper, let me look.
No, cleaner.
No, the toilet paper is beside. Okay, the
It's-
toilet cleaner. The toilet cleaner.
Is
behind the toilet.
That's right. That's right. It is behind the toilet. Perfect. Okay, the cat. This kitty cat. Okay, the cat is.
so the cat is
Near the shower.
near the shower. Yeah.
Well, I guess so. I mean that's kind of confusing. He's far from the shower, but I don't think he would get wet if they turned the shower on. But we'll accept that. Okay, number 10. The mirror is.
Mirror is in front of the sink.
It is.
Oh.
The mirror
Above?
is above the sink.
Above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to use of there. It is just above the sink. Number 11. The cat is
On the
On
floor.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, number 12. The towel is
So is under maybe.
no, it isn't.
Next.
No, it isn't. How could it be under? Look, it's next to. It's next to the sink. See, it's beside. Beside and next to are the same.
Okay. The
Okay,
last one.
let's finish this one and then we'll talk a little bit before we stop.
Yeah. The sink is between the toilet and the towel.
Perfect. Well, anyway, guys, you all have that file, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
So, I wish we had 2 hours because I would like for you to make up your own sentences with a preposition in it. And but a simple sentence, a sentence that has a subject, a verb, an object of the preposition. And John is reading, or John read the book on the table. This is what I'm talking about. Learn to use those prepositions. Alexander fed the cat in the bedroom. See? But start learning to use these prepositions as they're supposed to be used, because what it will do, it will add more detail to your sentences. There are so many things to learn. I have to give you a little speech before we stop. I know it's time to stop. But there are so many things to learn because we have sentence structure. Then we have word order. There's a proper order for the words to be in. In other words, the standard sentence starts with the subject, which is normally a noun, and a verb and an object. John reads books. That's a very simple sentence. But we can rearrange them. But when we do, then we have to change the punctuation. See how it all will go together. Someday when you really grasp the language, which I know you will, because I think if you weren't interested in learning English, you probably wouldn't be here. And I have to apologize. I have to learn to use this system. And maybe next time I'll stick around longer. You know, I won't be gone for so long. Mikhail, you're laughing. He's laughing at me. But
No.
But anyway, I'm really happy that now I have this AR. I have to get my
Arson.
Arson.
Arson. Okay, let me look at this. I'm looking at my look. See, I'm learning too.
Oh, is it my name on Russian or I thought it on English?
No, but you use the same alphabet.
Yeah, he has a Russian alphabet and after he can write your name.
No, but it's a Cyrillic alphabet. Don't you use the Cyrillic alphabet in Ukraine?
Oh, oh, then I'll change it to Latin alphabet. Okay.
He will change his name
English.
from Russian to English.
That would help me. But here's what you should do during the week. If you're coming back next week, which I hope you do, I have scheduled a lesson and I call it sentence structure. Okay? Everybody understand?
Yeah.
Okay. I would be very happy if you all made about 5 simple sentences. They do not have to be big, long sentences with conjunctions and complex forms. It just needs to be a simple sentence with a subject, a verb, a direct object, and an indirect object. But I want you to use a preposition in it. Use one of those that you find in the file. Now, Albina, does everyone have that file?
Yes.
Do they? Okay. I don't mean the one that we looked at just now with the sink and the toilet. I'm talking about the one I used today for the lesson. You know, phrases, the large one. Yeah. Everyone has that. Okay. But make about 5 simple sentences. Subject, you know, like I or Joe or Mikhail or Alexander or somebody jumped over the table in the house. See, in the house, that would be your indirect object, and that would be the preposition, in the house. But make some sentences that way. Practice. Get some practice using those prepositions. And what it does, it expands. It expands. You all understand what the word expands means, doesn't it? Don't you? Makes it greater, makes it larger, makes it more comprehensive. But it will help you to use the proper prepositions, and you can practice using prepositions of place if you want. Remember, at is a general place. In normally is a more definite place. Got it?
Yeah.
I am going to the office. See, I'm in the office. I'm at the office. I am at the movie in the front row. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, I thank you all for coming, and I can't apologize enough, you know, for being so messed up with this program. Alexander, do you forgive me? Do you?
No problem.
Okay. So okay, and Oksana, you know, I have a wonderful friend in Ukraine, and her name is also Oksana, and I call her Sana. And she lives. Where does she live? Vitaly. Is Vitaly here? No. No, he's not here, but she lives in the same city as Vitaly lives.
Okay.
But anyway, so I love you all. That's my religion. And maybe I will see you next week, huh?
Yes, maybe, yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye, goodbye.
Good luck.